keeping things simple, there's a lot going for it. So today I'm going to take some beautiful flathead and wrap it in some prosciutto and cook that off and brown it. And then I'm going to make a cassoulet, which is essentially a bean stew or a bean dish. And I'm going to flavour that up with some onion and garlic and chilli. So first up, I might put a bit of oil in the pan and let that warm up. And whilst that heats up, I'm just going to dice an onion. So essentially it's just, I guess I'm cooking a bean stew, and I'm just going to flavour that bean stew with just the usual culprits. Add in a little bit of cappicolo, which is the pork scotch. Once that's done, I'm going to add in some beans. Now, I normally use cannellini beans, and for whatever reason, there are no cannellini beans, dried ones, not canned ones. Okay, that's our onion, and then basically it's just the aromatics. I don't like the stringy bits on my celery. You know, it's those bits, they get caught in your teeth. It's great for flossing. So just a little dice. Also today I'm using flathead, beautiful fish, I love it. Because there's quite a bit of flavour, you can use a fishy fish. Play around with it, make it a few times, try different things. Got to concentrate, I like my fingers. Tell you what though, the onions are smelling beautiful, lovely and sweet. Don't burn them, sometimes I don't mind slightly burnt because they'll just give you a little bit of nuttiness. All right, so before I put my carrot and celery in, I'm going to put some of the cappicolo in. Now this is just a plain cappicolo. You can buy it, so it's chili, it's got a bit of heat to it. And this is just going to add some fruitiness. It's going to obviously add a little bit of a meaty kind of character. You could use bacon if you want, but cappicolo is so much more flavour. It's got peppers, and sometimes they're made with a bit of juniper berry, and it's looking good. Just chuck a little bit more olive oil in there to keep it moist. So of course the garlic. This is going to cook for a while, probably about 40 or 50 minutes. Once I put the beans in. So I'm going to put all of this in now. Celery, garlic, carrots. Such a shame you guys don't have smell-o-vision yet. This is smelling beautiful. And then, just a couple of sprigs of rosemary. All right, so as I said, I couldn't find any cannellini beans. So what I've got here is Great Northern beans. They're pretty similar. They're a white bean, as is a cannellini bean, as is a navy bean. I know I say this when I cook. The first thing you kind of do is you're building a flavour base. And that's what this is. So the carrot, the onion, the cappicolo, all that stuff, and the herbs, it's just giving it a lovely flavour base for really what is our hero ingredient. And I know it's should be the cod, well, not cod, sorry, but the flathead it will be. But it's the beans in this case because it's the cassoulet. So the beans I'm just going to put in. So the next one is some white wine, and you know the whole idea is if you're not going to drink it, don't use it in your dish. So that's a lovely little drop, and also some chicken stock. The scientific amount to put into this dish is probably about. So what's going to happen is that's going to simmer, and that'll go on for 30 to 40 minutes until the beans are nice and soft. At which point they'll be ready to serve, and that's when I'll show you what I'm going to do with the flathead. So we've got our beautiful flathead. They're nice, they're a good size. And what I'm going to do is wrap them with my my prosciutto here. So take a piece of fish, put them together just like this. That's it, simple. You don't want to do it too early because the salt in the prosciutto will affect the fish, whatever you fish, it can make it really salty. So, you know, 15, 20 minutes before you cook them, that's all right. So what we'll do now, just to finish this off, is put a little bit of parsley in there. And also, I'm going to salt, remembering that the prosciutto is salty, but the beans do need just a little bit of seasoning. But I'm doing it now when they're cooked, not prior to. That's great, look at that, beautiful. Lots of colours. Lid back on, keep it warm, get our oil a bit hot, and we'll just wait for that to come up to temp. One piece in. I put it down the folded side first, because hopefully as that cooks, that will cook and seal that seam. That's the idea anyway. I love this pan. It's a new pan and it's just building up a non-stick base. So I'm just being careful, just loosening them up. If you try and turn them too early, it'll stick because they're not cooked and not sealed. So, you know, be patient. As you can see now, they're moving around a bit, and we might just be brave and flip one. Sealed, starting to get a little bit of crisp. Yes, yes, I love it when it works. All right, this is finished. I've turned the heat off. Might find a plate and plate up. So there you have it. It's flathead wrapped in prosciutto with a cassoulet of Great Northern white beans. I might just stop talking about it. I might just take the plate and go and have lunch. Yep. Better take that. Someone will think I'm an alcoholic.